This is a good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life.
Hello and welcome to a very cold and very wet Spain. Today we've actually come down to the seaside resort of Javier. We basically met up with a friend that we see now and again. It was actually, to be honest with you, a friend of my father's, but we've kept in contact. We're not planning, or we were planning on taking any video down here today. However, the waves here are really spectacular. I don't know if you can see behind us, but there is another almighty storm rolling in. So just to show you that it's not always sunny here in Spain, and we do get rain.
It's sunny out there though.
Yeah. Have a look. One of the things we do need to show you while we're down here is that all the stone along this seafront is what they call Tosca rock, and many years ago they were cutting this out to create fireplaces with it, which is why you get all this sort of stepped cut out marks in all the rock around here. Like I said, it's now protected, so fingers crossed this will be here for as long as it can deal with the water. What's that?
I love the way it just goes like caves.
Okay, so it looks like the rain has now caught up with us, so we're getting back in the car where it's warm. Well, this has turned into a bit more of a video day than we originally thought. A sightseeing day. We've been in and around the Javier area quite a few times, and on the hill we keep seeing these old mills. And today we finally plumped to get up here and come and have a look.
I've only been harassing for about 4 years.
Yeah, but we're here now. So first up, we just parked the car up and we are now stomping across.
Avoiding puddles.
Stomping across, avoiding the puddles. But we, as you will now see, are right up
that is
in the mountain region, overlooking
beautiful view.
Javier.
Even from the Mongo Park, where we parked near the
shooting range
or hunting place, you couldn't see any of this from there, could you?
No.
That's really lovely.
That's quite a spectacular view. It'd be lovely in the summer up here as well, for sure.
It's actually a lot warmer up here than it is down there, and a lot less windy.
So it does actually appear that these are now private property. So we're going to have to stick the other side, and as you can probably see, we have managed to get ourselves in the middle of a wood somehow. Going to find our way back, hopefully without breaking a leg, and we'll see in a sec. Well, there they are. I don't know if we can get to them from here, can we?
Like it goes any closer. It just goes to the wall and then back down again. This slope is absolutely covered in cotton lavender. I bet that smells really good when it's hot and breezy.
So what Alison thinks is going on here, we believe the first 3 of these mills have now been turned into some kind of homes or holiday lets or something. We also believe that the last couple look like they haven't been touched, so fingers crossed we could potentially get closer. We will see. Right, so we've come to the far end, and what you'll see here is some markings on the ground. Basically what that means is this is an official hiking or trekking trail, so we are completely fine to visit and get close to the ones at the very far end. And here's a quick diagram of what they would have looked like when they're fully working. So basically they're like that, but they've now lost their windmilly bit and the roof.
They were builded
Builded?
from the 14th to the 18th centuries.
Builded.
They were builded.
Darren and Alison English.
Down English.
Well, that's not a bad view.
That's amazing. But
This
then
is
neither are these. They are kind of what I thought they were. I would love to have made one of these into a house.
They are quite incredible.
They're stunning.
Do you know, this is probably one of the best views I think I've ever seen of Javier.
Yeah. I mean, we've been to the Cumbre.
Yeah.
Cumbre del Sol. I don't know if you can capture that.
So the lump here is Cumbre del Sol. It's, for anyone that's a cyclist, that particular lump is quite famous as one of the common climbs done within the Volta de España. You know what? I'd love to find out if we find out that these can be, or the ones down there that are renovated. We'll try and add a link to them, because them, or these converted mills as a holiday home, you know, spending a week or so in them, and there's some here, would be incredible. So what we've just learned is, if you can see just down there, there is a public car park with a relatively normalish path to the mills, which would have been
A lot easier.
a lot easier than us parking our car stuffed in the edge of the road in the woods and then clambered through the woods and over walls and stuff. Yeah, we decided, not on purpose, to do this the hard way, like we always do.
That's us all over, really.
Now all we've got to do is clamber back through the woods and over the walls to try and find our car again.
Well, that's the fun in parking in a car park. There's no fun in that.
None whatsoever.
No. We're
Right.
adventurers.
Let's go and break a leg.
No. It never ceases to amaze me how incredible these rocks look when they start to wear. The patterns that they make and where they split. It's just amazing.
So we've never been up here before, but it looks like there's a couple of really cool park-ups for overnight stays here. So when we hit van life, we will definitely be having to spend at least one night up here, because it is stunning, absolutely beautiful. you know what, I know I'm repeating myself here a little bit, but the views up here are, they're incredible. It's a shame we're having to hide behind the bush here because the wind's so strong that all you guys will hear is muffledy
and howling winds that
and
sound
howling
like ghosts.
winds. Yeah, like I said, when we get into van life, I think this may have to be one of the early stops. I mean, we're only an hour from home here, so it's an ideal place to do the first night stop.
And they often have dolphins in Havia Bay. Unfortunately, there isn't any today, or not that we can see from here, but they do in the summertime get dolphins quite a lot, don't they?
Yeah. So here's the deal. First night in camper, in van, up here. Deal done. Yeah?
Agreed.
I don't even know if you guys can hear us over this wind, but that view is probably one of the most spectacular views we've ever seen. Alison was just saying that when we get back and find that the car's got a ticket on or has been towed away, because we did kind of just dump the car on the side of the road. Well, there's the good news, darling.
It's still there. Is there a ticket?
I see our car. So it's been a few days since we were in Havia, and Alison unfortunately has come down with a case of vertigo. So we've been pretty much out of action now for coming on towards, what, 5-6 days. She's a lot better now, but what this does mean is for today, I'm on my own. And now myself and Bart are going for a bit of a walk in the campo. Right then, Bart, what do you reckon? Should we go the safe route or should we go the fun route? No, apparently Bart has decided we're going to go do the fun route. Now this is what we're walking in now is what they call a barranca. It's a waterway used to dispel the rainwater when it does hit. Sometimes you can get along these. I've never walked this one, but sometimes you can get along these and get out the other end onto another road. Sometimes you just hit a dead end and unfortunately have to walk all the way back. Apparently this one is a dead end. Thankfully we actually didn't walk too far down to get to find out this didn't actually go anywhere, but let's head back and get on the main road and we'll try the next one. So I think in one of our first videos, Alison mentioned about the orange groves and is basically stretching out as far as the eye can see, and here is a prime example. All of this all of this, and all of this, the whole way over to the edges there of the valley. That's all oranges. The Spanish countryside is gorgeous until some lazy ass builder decides to just dump all his shit on the side of the road. That really annoys me, because here in Spain you actually get rewarded, you get points off your bill for recycling that, yet they still can't be bothered to take it to the recycling centres. So you'll find throughout the Spanish campo, or the countryside, a number of these beautiful old campo, country houses that are, well, in short, completely abandoned and just left to deteriorate. To explain why this happens, in Spain there's a lot of problems with the inheritance law here, and to put it simply, if a family don't know or can't be sure that there's no debts connected to that property, they won't inherit, and it will just sit there and turn into, well, that. So we're taking a bit of a punt on direction again. We are going to go up a side road. Never been up here before. Hopefully this is a shortcut back to the road, back to Patrias. If not, just added 2 kilometers to the walk. Right, so we're off that bit of track and now onto a more solid road. Now this looks promising. I think this here is the main road back to Patrias. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Left turn. So good morning. Today we are back in Gandia, or the city of Gandia, and I have my partner in crime back today. The reason we come down here is if you saw our video a couple of weeks ago regarding the fiesta in Patrias, well, this is the same here today. It's their version of the Porat de Patrias here in Gandia. And the main thing for Alison is you want to see the doggy show.
Yeah, there's a I can't think what the fucking road is.
We'll bleep that out. There's an exhibition.
There's an exhibition.
Yeah.
There's an exhibition of rescue dogs, police dogs, and you know what I mean. Not rescue as in take them from a rescue centre.
Dogs used to rescue people off mountains.
Dogs used to rescue people
etc.
from mountains, and police.
But we're going to have a wander around the market. It looks like a few stalls that are at Patrias, but we'll have a wander around and enjoy what there is to see.
This is a bigger town, isn't it? So I would imagine there would be more.
A lot more.
We might even find a chip stall if we're really lucky. Ooh. Yeah.
We'll see.
You didn't think about that, did you?
We'll see. We have now come and grabbed a seat by what we think is the arena for this dog show. I'm not so sure this is what we thought it was going to be.
I haven't got a clue.
It's supposed to kick off in about 5-10 minutes time. However, please bear in mind this is Spain, so this could be any time in the next hour and a half, and we'll see. So we've just worked out this is an obedience demonstration. That's an amazing demonstration of obedience.
She was already on her way.
Yeah. So that didn't quite turn out to be what we thought it was. And to be fair, we could have really seen that at home with Bart. Sit. Maybe not so much with Sebastian. And sit. And sit. Sit, please. Bye then. Come to the other side of the river in Gandia, and we seem to have stumbled across what looks like sort of an emergency services fair. We're going to have a look around. It's going to be quite interesting because we're being given something. Gracias. What have we got there? So it is an emergency services fair. Yeah, we're going to have a look around and we will explain a couple of things about the police force here, because unlike, say, in the UK where we're from, there are actually 3 police forces in this country, and we're going to start by going over to our left here and have a look at the local police. Come across first off to show you the local police. Now these tend to patrol and monitor, like the title suggests, the local areas. So here today we've got the local police of Gandia, and we obviously have the local police of Patrias in our village, although that's just one policeman. Here in Gandia, a major city, somewhat different. This is awesome. So this is, I presume, teaching children how to use the road correctly. Now these quad bikes, these are what you will see patrolling the local beaches around here. And they're very regular with it as well, because you've got to understand, during the summer, the crowds on the beaches are huge. We're now down at the National Police.
This is the peak of obedience, really, isn't it?
Yeah, this is quite incredible.
She is incredible.
We'll explain about the National Police in a second, but for now, this dog is incredible. She's amazing.
She's a very clever girl. She's just sitting there, but her eyes are constantly on her dad.
So, to explain the National Police, as the title sounds, again, they cover the entire country here. But these guys get involved in the more serious stuff, don't they? The murders, the crimes, the riots, etc. And yeah, today they are really demonstrating everything they've got at their disposal.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should be worried that these gentlemen are currently pointing a sniper rifle at my wife. So we're now down at the Guardia stand, and to explain the Guardia Civil, these are, and I think the only way we can describe them, they're like a military police in this country. And I describe these guys as kind of like the brute force of the, sorry, they're letting the kids play with the sirens here. So while they're not playing with the sirens, just quickly, so these guys get involved in things like a lot of traffic enforcement. They get heavily involved in riots and stuff like that. They're kind of like the national, I don't know, heavy mob, I don't know what to call them. Right, so we managed to find some helicopters now. We'll try and explain what each of these are for, but I'm not completely sure at the moment. Just saying to Alison, the one thing I'd love to have done is learn to have flown a helicopter. I think it'd be amazing.
It's got Generalitat Valenciana
Some kind
on
of
one door
rescue.
and S plus EM, so I wonder if it's search and emergency,
Possibly.
perhaps. I don't
It's
know,
some kind of
but
rescue vehicle.
there's not much room for anyone else, is there?
It clearly is, because we've got a winch. This is clearly rescue of some form. I'm shocked how small it is.
I like these ones.
Yeah,
We see these a lot.
far too much, to be fair. I hope we never, and it's going to sound strange, but I hope we never have the opportunity to show you guys one of these in action, because what this is the fire brigade helicopters, and when we get forest fires here, which happens quite a lot in the summer, you will see these carrying huge, massive bags of water underneath them to put the fires out. now closing up, so they are literally, the whole lot of them are now leaving in mass. It's incredible to see so many emergency services in one place. I think you might have just done that for the
shits and giggles.
the sheer fun of it. Yeah, you look all blood dry.
She's a bit powerful.
I'm back for the second attack. So with that done, shall we head home?
Can I just get the gravel out of my shoes that got blown in from the LaGuardia copter?
So with that,
That was fun.
shall we
That
call
was
it a
fun.
day? They're all heading home now, so
Yes.
we're going to head home. Once again, thank you for joining us this week.
Thank you for watching.
And,
that was really good fun. I hope you enjoyed that as much as we did.
And we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.
Bye.